It is a good sign when they say it is time to eat. I'm lucky. Kazakhstan is a multinational country and the national cuisine of various nations is widespread here. After all, the Kazakh steppe has been the crossroads of cultures and traditions of many nations for centuries. Only on our table great taste is combined: Kazakh bausaks, Russian borscht, Korean salads, Caucasian kebabs and Oriental pilaf. And this means our Kazakh cuisine is one of the richest in the world. Welcome. Delicious Kazakhstan is on the air. By the will of fate, the Kazakh land has become the center of intersection of various cultures. As a result of various migrations, as well as mass deportations of peoples in the last century, today representatives of over 130 nations from all corners of the former Soviet Union live in our country. The Kazakh word dastakhan is not just a household item. For the people of a multinational country, the meaning of the dastakhan is much deeper. Each ethnic group of the country contributes to this concept, and for them, the dastakhan is a large part of culture. This is probably why every Kazakhstan citizen sees our dastakhan as a symbol of hospitality, well-being and unity. The dishes on our menu today are natural, healthy and very tasty. Imagine a variety of iremshik cheese, fresh vegetables, delicious meats and tasty desserts. All this is the cuisine of the Akhiska Turks, which combines the elegance of the Mediterranean and the generosity of the Caucasus. Let's get started. More than 500,000 Akhiska Turks live in the world. They once inhabited Meskheti, a historical and cultural region in southwestern Georgia. The Meskhetian Turks were one of the worst victims of Stalin's political tyranny. In one night, 86,000 Akhiska Turks were expelled from their lands. 17,000 of them died on the way. Today, the largest diaspora of this people lives in Kazakhstan, more than 100,000 people. Despite the hardships, the Akhiska Turks preserved their culture, traditions and, of course, national cuisine. In order to learn about these dishes, I am going to visit the public association Women of Akhiska. This association was founded in 2010 by activists of the Turkish diaspora. Their goal is to support Akhiska women as well as preserve traditions, culture, crafts inherited from mothers and grandmothers and pass them on to young women. Having learned about my visit, at the appointed time, at the appointed place, I was met by the most respected representatives of the Women of Akhiska Association. The hostess of the house, Gulperi Hanim, meets me.
Assalamu alaikum, hürmetli hanımlar.
Hoş geldin.
Rahmet.
Welcome, Yeshat. Be our guest. Thank you. The most beautiful ladies are here today. How are you doing? I learned that Women's Association of Akhiska is prepared at a high level, with a variety of dishes on the table. Even the smell made me mad.
Когда мы встречаем гостей, столы накрываем очень щедро. Обязательно на столах должно...
When we invite guests, we set tables very generously. Be sure to have cheese, chechel, olives, butter on the tables. Most often we use homemade butter. Most often we set such a table if it is breakfast. If it is lunch, then of course we cook a meat dish. It is obligatory, like kashlama, that is made from beef, or fried lamb ribs with potatoes. That is, we can set generous tables and meet guests. Listening to my aunt, I realized that today I am waiting for an interesting and very tasty day.
Біздің түрк халқымыз қонақжай халықпыз. Түрк халқымыздың алуан тамақтарының түрлері өте көп. Солай енді
We are very hospitable people. Our cuisine is diverse. Guests often visit us every day. Even they come for breakfast. Early in the morning, we set a dastarkan. We drink tea. We prepare a Turkish breakfast. We must have fresh cheese. One should know how to choose them. In my opinion, it is better to go to bazaar with Zulfiya Kanim and choose the best. Cheese is a must-have in the Turkish menu, so we will choose them together with Zulfiya Kanim.
Зульфия ханым, сізге бір сұрағым бар.
Why did we come to the bazaar? We could have gone to the supermarket.
Базарға келдік.
Because the bazaar is the heart of the city. This is the communication between the seller and the buyer. And here you can bargain. Excellent. Then let's go try and bargain. The bazaar is an integral part of any eastern city. Thanks to it, cities appeared on the Great Silk Road. Today, the Green Market in Almaty is the most famous and one of the oldest markets in Kazakhstan. The first shelves appeared here 2 centuries ago. Therefore, a visitor to Almaty cannot miss the Green Market. The freshest fruits and vegetables, delicious products produced on peasant farms, and simply necessary household items. All this can be found here. And of course, our cheeses too.
Vaxtınız xeyir olsun.
Vaxtınız xeyir olsun. Nasılsınız? Teşekkürler siz.
Rahmet.
Çok şükür.
Zulfiya Kanem, what kind of dairy products do we need for our dastarkan? Turkish table cannot be set without brinza and chechel. Chechel? Yes, and a beyaz peynir. White cheese? Yes, white cheese, beyaz peynir. Why we came here? Why we came to the market? Because here we buy homemade cheese made with our own hands according to the recipe of our grandmothers. Even in any coal enterprise or at the factory, they cannot prepare similar cheese as we buy here. Then let's try homemade cheese. Is it tasty? I told you so. Very delicious. Thank you. Thank you. I think you can come here every day. Tasting a little, you can be full. Thank you. Having tried all kinds of cheeses, we chose the most necessary ones, chechel and peynir. However, they can eat them for lunch and even dinner. We can never be bored with cheese, especially since the product is very useful. While we tasted Turkic cheeses at the market, it was time for lunch, so it's time to cook some hot and rich dish.
Қадірменді көрермендер, таныс болыңыздар. Менің қасымда мен қонаққа келген шаңырақтың
I want to introduce you the daughter-in-law of this wonderful family, Zarina.
халқының
Together we will cook a traditional Turkic dish. So what do we have on the menu?
Қандай тағам?
Today I will show you how to cook an old dish, hashil. Hashil?
Хашил.
Hashil. This is a very old dish which came to us from the Caucasus, prepared by our grandmothers. For this dish, we will need onion, rice, black pepper, salt, and the main ingredient in this dish is goose.
Қазы.
Yes, goose. A goose? Okay, wait. Zarina, here you are. What is it? What do you mean? It is a goose, but not a live goose. We have a dried up goose meat hanging there. I need it for the dish, not live one. Ah, now I understand. I'm happy that I didn't shoot you. Let it go.
Мен қазір басқасын алып келемін.
Good. I will get another one. Now, did you bring the right goose? Yes, that's the one. That's right. This is that salted goose, dried goose, which we put to boil. It will be boiled during an hour. First, I need to cut the meat, and I can tell you some interesting information about the dish. Of course, it is interesting to know. We are preparing geese for winter. It needs to be salted very well. It should be put under press for 2 days. After 2 days, we hang the goose outside. It must be a little bit cold outside. Well, the best time is the beginning of December, and it dries there. We get such a very tasty dried goose. Now we are going to cut it and cook for an hour. Perfect. It is a little hard for me. I need your help. Of course, I will help you. Goose meat is nutritious and very fatty. By the way, goose fat is good for the body. It turns out to be an irreplaceable remedy for colds. For this reason, kashil is also a dish that is cooked more often in winter. Zarina researches the traditional cuisine of her people. Her mother-in-law Gulperi Hanim helps her in this. Everything she learns about, Zarina shares in social networks. I am sure that soon Zarina will become not only an exemplary daughter-in-law of this family, but also become a well-known food blogger.
Ендеше Зарина, бізде бәрі дайын болса,
So if everything is ready, let's start cooking this wonderful dish. Now we will wash the goose well. Then we will put it to cook for an hour. Let's pour the water. It should be boiled well. Let's add the onion, then we'll add the rice. It will be ready in 20 minutes. And our hashil will be ready. And we add black pepper for sure. While our goose is boiling, I want to show you another type of Turkish cheese.
құрметті достар.
Dear friends, I would like to tell you about another special dish of the Turkish people. It is karin peynir. In the past, our grandmothers used to store butter in the stomachs of sheep, while the Turkish people used to store cheese in it.
Қойдың қарын ішінде
How did it start?
шек сақтайды екен. Бұл
Mrs. Faya will tell me about it now.
Фая ханым айтып береді.
Карын пейнер у нас вообще
Karin peynir is a special dish for us.
Енді қалай
How's it cooked?
Ранней весной или летом
In early spring or summer, when a ram is slaughtered, the stomach of the ram is washed well, cleaned, soaked in salt water for 2 to 3 days.
2-3 дня.
After that, it is rinsed, inflated with air, and hung in a dry place.
На-
After that, you should soak it again in water to soften it.
Снимают, опять замачивают в воде, чтобы он размягчился.
There is ready-made feta cheese, cottage cheese, butter, salt. All this is rubbed well.
Все это,
Before, try its taste so that it should not be oversalted.
чтобы оно,
And you can't use a lot of butter because it can turn sour.
оно может, прокиснуть.
Тамаша. Естімеген елде көп деген осы шығар. Ендеше
It's better to try it once than to hear 100 times. So let me taste your cheese. Well, let's... Here, take a knife. You can cut. It is necessary to cut this edge with the abdomen, right? Yes.
көрейік. Оны кесудің өзі бір үлкен күш. Қажет етеді екен. Бір бөлігін кесіп алып.
Yes, it is quite difficult to cut. So we cut off a piece. Here, dear viewers, this is karin peynir, cheese in the stomach.
Осылай сақталады екен.
Yes, it can be easily removed.
Қарның жеуге
Can you eat the peel or just the cheese?
Içinde, да, вот только внутри то, что.
That's just what's inside. You can try everything. It tastes like our Kazakh kurt.
Сайда, да, похоже.
Yes, it looks like it too.
нағыз таза.
Yeah, it's just like kurt. As you can see, Turkish cuisine is rich with dairy products. Each of them has a unique recipe and storage characteristics. During the conversation, I realized that Turks are close to Kazakhs not only in language, culture, but also in cuisine. All because we're kindred peoples. What you will see next is another confirmation of this.
Қадірменді көрермендер.
Dear viewers, if our grandmothers used to get sour cream from milk, today Miss Talan and I will get butter from sour cream. Turkish people preserve this tradition. So where do we start, Miss Talan?
Тарлан ханым, неден бастаймыз?
Біз баста сүтті, ыстық сүтті, үйде тұрған сүтті, суық сүттен болмайды қаймақ. Сепаратордан өте
From warmed milk, we first obtain cream using a separator.
қаймақ жасаймыз.
Иә.
Қаймақты алып, қаймақты ыстық болу керек. Үйде тұрған суықтан болмайды. Ыстықтан болады май, а
The cream should be warm.
суықтан болмайды.
We take them and put them out here.
Неге саламыз? Біз мынаған
Арнайы қаймақ
A
аралас.
special device for bitting butter.
бұны
Yes, we call it naira.
нәйрә.
Naira. Seeing such an oil shaker in the 21st century was like a review of history for me. Antalan kept this naira as an old artifact.
Мына жерін Тарлан ханым.
Well, Talan Hanim, is the butter ready? Yes, almost.
Ағыз.
Smells like an owl.
Қандай керемет.
Керемет.
Қадірменді көрермен, осымен біздің жұмысымыз аяқталды.
So, dear viewers, look at our butter. It is ready.
Қыздар болады.
2 килограмм қаймақтан мынау май шықты.
2 килограмм
да,
маймақтан.
мына майды ерітуге болады.
From 2 kilograms of cream, such butter was made. Take a look.
Ерітілген
Бұл майды ертсеңіз, осындай ертілген май шығады екен. Бұл тағам
If you melt, you will get such melted butter, a useful product in any form. Talan Hanim, thank you for showing this old method. It was like visiting my grandmother in the village. And thank you. Our goose is slowly boiling. It's time to remove the froth. Meanwhile, the women began to make kinkal. Kinkal is very popular among the peoples of the Caucasus. If we simply say it is minced meat wrapped in dough. Looks like our manti, but every Caucasian people prepare kinkal according to their method. What we are doing today is Akhiska kinkal. Dear viewers, I will now prepare kinkal, the national dish of the Turkic people, with beautiful girls. Mrs. Vaspiya will help me. Miss Vaspiya, first of all, what do you need to prepare this national dish? Tell me about it.
Так, Ильшат, для начала мы берем фарш. Да. Крошим этот лук, потом добавляем соль, перец.
First we take minced meat, chop this onion, then add salt, pepper to taste. And we begin to roll the dough. Here, Sveta Hanim shows us how to roll it out. Then we cut into round pieces, and we start to do it. And then we do this. We take the meat, take the dough, put inside.
Ложи.
Is it enough?
Не надо.
It is enough. We do like this.
Берем вот так и начинаем его
Hold both ends and join. Yes, right.
тремис вот так.
Girls, it is a little bit boring when we make kinkal. Let's sing a song. Ms. Zarina, let's have some fun.
Ocaklar başında bir sürü kuzu,
Hay hay.
kuzuyu atar bir Gürcü kızı. Ay ocaklar, su seni bağlar, ben ölen günü abala, kim bana ağlar? Ay ocaklar, su seni bağlar, ben ölen günü abala, kim bana ağlar? Uca dağlar başında, uca dağlar başında, ekmişem darı, ekmişem darı. Darının yarpağı meyveden sarı. Darının yarpağı meyveden sarı.
While we were preparing kinkal, we also said a joke and sang a song. Now we just need to boil in salted water. If we again talk about kashil, meat is cooked. Now we add rice and onion. Miss Gulperi's kitchen is full of wonderful aromas. Of course I want to eat and am ready to taste our dishes.
Hanımlar, nazarlarınızda.
Dear ladies, we present to your attention a Turkic dish, kashil. Please try it and say your opinion.
Бағасын беріңіздер.
So, what do you say? Did Zarina and I succeed? How was it rated? 4-5. Did you really like it? Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you. Yes, Zarina and I did a great job. I'm very glad that our guests liked the food we prepared, because I did my best to prepare the kashil with true love.